Hi, this is Jen Spencer, and this is Jen Spencer's 10-Minute Book Club. Hi, readers. I'm so happy to have you here tonight. Thank you for being here. I love these book clubs. I love getting to know new authors, and I love sharing this with you. Tonight, we have Lynn Webb, who is an amazing author. She writes for Harlequin, also does some independent writing, and you're going to love hearing about her book. So remember, if you ask a question or leave a comment in the comment section below, you'll automatically be entered to win a copy of her book, Falling for the Cowboy Doc. And I know you're going to love hearing about it. And if you sign up for my newsletter, you will be able to download Dandelion Meadows Christmas Kisses, which just is a fun, small town Christmas romance contemporary that I know you're going to love. Also, Maggie and Max, my third book in the Cowboys of Butterfly Ranch series, comes out October 10th. It is delightful. You are going to love it. So I hope you check that out. And now I'm really excited to introduce Cari Lynn Webb. Well, Cari, thank you so much for being here today. I am so excited to get to know you and talk about your books. And I noticed you have a little friend there with you behind you.
Is she there? Oh, is she up in the chair? Can you see her? Yeah, she just jumped up. That's Bailey. She'll be here for the interview. That's my sidekick.
It's so great to have a sidekick. We love that.
Yeah. Everyone should have one. That's why. Yeah.
Do you go? Is it Cari Lynn or Cari?
Cari. I go by Cari. Some people. My maiden name is Cari Lynn Webb, and so that's what I write under. So some people call me Cari Lynn. Some people call me Cari. I answer to all of it. And because of the spelling, funny aside is that it is often confused for Carl. So when my kids want my attention, they just call me Carl. And so I've been called Carl like at Starbucks and like checking into hotel and stuff. They'll say like Carl, and then they're looking at it, and my girls just die laughing. And so now it's Carl. So if you really want me, just say Carl, and I'll answer to that.
Carl. Okay. Well, so tell us a little bit about yourself and your books. I'm so excited. This is the first time I've talked to you and just got your name from a mutual author. So I love this.
Right. Yes, I write for Harlequin, Heartwarming, and Arc Manor, and then publish independently. My current release is Falling for the Cowboy Doc. It's a part of a Texas series that I'm writing. This is number 4. They're all standalone, so you don't have to read them in order. But that one's coming out this week, actually. So wow. I live in South Carolina. Bailey's we had a collection of furry babies, but we've lost a few recently in the past year. And so Bailey's my last one standing there. And then have 2 daughters. And like I said, we're in South Carolina. That's kind of about me.
Well, so how did you get into writing? And tell us about your books. I know Harlequin is a very hard place to get into. I've tried to and haven't been able to. Okay. So I'm really impressed about that.
Okay, well, I write for Harlequin Heartwarming, so that's their sweet contemporary line, and so they're just really feel good, clean, heartwarming romances. Really enjoy writing for them. Let's see, I can tell you. Linda, who's our mutual, Melinda Curtis, shout out to Mel. That's one of my part of my writing tribe. And she and another author, Anna Stewart, we wrote an anthology together. And that was my first step into heartwarming. Okay. And so that was how I got in. And then I was able to pitch some of my own stories, and the editor took them, and I've been with them ever since.
Wonderful.
So yeah, I have a San Francisco set series. I have this Texas set series, and then I write the Blackwells, which is a continuity series with Melinda, I'll just say their names, Melinda Curtis, Carol Ross, Amy Bastine, and Anna J. Stewart. So they're all heartwarming authors too, and all 5 of us write the Blackwell continuities. So that's what I have going with heartwarming.
And okay, you say continuities. What is that?
It's a continuity series, so it's really actually great. It's a 5-book series, and each author writes 1 book, and they're all connected. And so it's a family of Blackwells. We are currently working on the 4th series of Blackwells. The families are related, so usually everybody gets a sibling, and then it all connects through. There's a plot that sort of arcs through all 5 books, and then there's the hero and heroines are individual for each book. But they've been really fun because it allows us to put our own voices in while writing sort of a joint story, and so those have been a lot of fun, and there's a lot of really fun recurring characters that come through, and then you see them in all 5 books kind of thing. So yeah.
Okay, so tell me about this book that we're talking about today.
This one, I wrote the first 3 in the 3 Springs, Texas series, and in the 3rd book of that, there's a character called Carter Sloan, and he owns a distillery, and he has 4 brothers, 4 younger brothers. And this is the first in the series of those 4 brothers who they all got their own stories. So falling for the cowboy doc is Grant Sloan. He's a doctor. And Maggie Orr is a team roper. And so I set these for the next 4 in this series are all with cowgirls. These are women who are professional in the rodeo. This is their lives. This is what they do. And sort of the cowboys they meet and who they fall in love with.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that kind of gives you a succinct, yeah. And they're just a really great family, and they have a grandfather that is hysterical. And so I like spending time with Grandpa Sloan. He's always up to something fun. And yeah, so that's the new book that's out. Okay, they were my critique by Melinda and Anna, actually. They were laughing at me the other day because I could show you. I actually have a map, and they were like, "Are you kidding me?" And I was like, "I have a map of the Sloan land and like where the farm is, where I wanted the pastures, where the distillery would be, just because I've been moving around in there on that land a lot." And they were like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yes."
I've done that. I've drawn maps of homes. Here,
right.
Here's where it is in the house. Oh, absolutely. I feel like you have to do that because, yeah.
Yeah, just for positioning, because there's really great readers out there, and they're on it. Like they know when you have, done something wrong.
One of my books. So in my Amish series, I have this matchmaking couple, and they're old. And in one of my books, I had her at like, she was old, but her daughter was old enough that she was like 15 when she had a baby. And it's like, no, that did not happen. I didn't even notice it. No one noticed it until I had a reader notice it. It was like, was she really this young when she had a baby? I'm like, oh, darn it, I did that wrong.
No. Right. I love that. The readers are so great that way. Like they catch all your details. I like it. Yeah,
I do too. Absolutely. So, well, okay, we're almost done. This is so fun, but I want to just give you a couple of fun rapid fire questions and
sure.
Just give me your opinions. What is your favorite romantic movie?
My favorite romantic movie. I was thinking about this because there's actually like too many, Yes. So I was like, if I'm really like want something fun. I still love 10 Things I Hate About You, but then I love My Fair Lady, and I love Notting Hill. So I could ramble to you for, an hour on like why you should watch this movie or that, but I'll just go with those off the top of my head.
Oh, those are great. I saw My Fair Lady when I was very, very young, and the romance was completely lost on me.
Oh,
but it is very romantic. That's a really great one. So what's your favorite romantic book? If you got one of those, or again,
I will say this just because Julie Garwood just passed away recently, and she is one of the reasons I got into romance. And I have her books, they're behind me up on a shelf, all of them. And so any Julie Garwood, hands down, they're the book I have reread more than once. They're on the keeper shelf. She just inspired me. And she's the one, I don't know if you get into those places where you need to remember your why and why you write romance and why you're doing this on the hard days when writing, when you can't find your own inspiration. Yeah. I will lean back into a Julie Garwood just to remember the joy, like when I found her books, just that. Yeah. So yeah.
Her characters. That is so interesting because the week she died, I did a Facebook post and I said almost exactly the same thing. She is one of the main reasons I got into writing romance, because her books are so romantic and they bring you so much pleasure. There's
Oh
always a
yeah.
happy ending. I love her characters. I love her heroes. They are always so strong.
She does good friendship. She has a friendship thread of the heroines and the women in her historicals that I just so appreciated,
Yeah.
that I just, yeah, just they're so, and then the love story on top of it. And wow, yeah, she will be missed.
So my
Mhm.
favorite of hers is probably Ransom. I don't know if you remember
Oh,
that.
mine too. Yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
it? Yeah, because
And
I've probably read that 15 times. It's so good.
me too. I read that one, and I really love The Secret because I love just the opening line of that one. They were friends before that. I still know it. They were friends before they knew they should be enemies, and it's just so powerful. And it deals with that friendship too, And so, yeah, those are my two go-tos. Like I said, when you're trying to remember why. Mm-hmm.
This is why. Yep. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's your
Mm-hmm.
last question. You're stuck on a desert
Mm-hmm.
island. Would you rather have a lifetime supply of chocolate or toilet paper?
Toilet paper. I don't eat much chocolate, so I can't actually answer that one. So I actually need toilet paper.
Okay. There you
Now,
go.
if you had asked me, yeah, if you had asked me about gummy bears or Swedish fish, then I would have had like a bit harder to answer. Uh-huh.
That's so funny. Yeah, my favorite candy is Airheads. And
Oh,
everybody's
okay.
like, oh, that's terrible, kind of that same gummy bear, Swedish fish vibe,
Yes, yeah, yeah. Hey, sometimes you just got to go there, even if it's bad for you.
Well, Cari, thank you so much for being here
Thank
today.
you.
Readers, go check out Falling for the Cowboy Doc.